All right, and up next we got Danilo Marques taking on Kennedy Nzechukwu. I'm just gonna call him Kennedy because I probably butchered that one too. All right, going into this one, I don't know too much about Danilo. I haven't really watched much of his fights. With Kennedy, I did watch his last fight against Carlos Ulberg, and man, he has some power in those hands. And yeah, he looks scary. He looks like a promising up and comer. But yeah, man, to be honest, I didn't do much tape on this one at all, so I'll let you take over from there.
So for this one, for the African Savage, Kennedy Nzechukwu, 8-1, and Danilo Marques 11-2 out of Brazil. These guys are similar in stature. 6'5" for Kennedy, 6'6" for Danilo. However, Kennedy does have a reach advantage at 83 inches to 77.5. This is your classic, striker versus grappler matchup. The African Savage is still a little green in a lot of areas, but he does have incredible power. But still hasn't proven that he can shake off the takedown. For Danilo, the 6'6" light heavyweight, his strength lies in his grappling. He has great control from top position, and for someone like Kennedy, I believe the result is going to be simple. If Marques can get the fight down early and often, then it'll be a long night for Kennedy. But if he does struggle to get him to the floor and he's able to show some improved defensive wrestling and keep this thing on the feet, he might knock his head off into those VIP seats in the Apex. So this is going to be a tough one to call. The odds, so they have it at -125 for the African Savage and -105 for Danilo Marques. So it is pretty close, but I am gonna go with Kennedy on this one.
Bro, Marquez looks like Sayada Wad, doesn't he? Man, so looking kind of just creeping on their profiles of Instagram more or less. He's been training with Vittori, so it looks like he was getting some work in, helping Vittori out and whatnot. Marquez, that is. But man, if it's gonna be a striker versus grappler match, I hate those type of things where because most of the time the fights hit the floor, and his only loss is to Paul Craig, and it was by a triangle. So that being said, I would definitely have to dig into this more a little bit. I would have to see how good Kennedy's takedown defense is looking. Got to see who he's been working with, who he's been drilling with, because if he's and also what kind of IQ he's showing. Is he knocking someone down and follow him to the mat like we just seen Jamal Hill do last week or a couple weeks ago? You don't want to, those over aggressive. It's not a good bet sometimes. So this one, I still got some more study to do. But on pure pick, I got to go with the grappler. Just I was thinking I was going to go with Kennedy, but yeah, I got to go with the pure grappler on this one. So I'm gonna take Marquez.